A man from Barrington charged with murdering the mother of his child facing a judge today.
WGN's Brona Tumulty joins us now from Rolling Meadows with the latest on a really tough story. Brona.
Good afternoon, guys. Yeah, the family of Olga Dushan just left the courthouse here. They declined to speak with the media, but understandably so. There were some brutal details revealed in court today. The victim's loved ones visibly and audibly shocked by what was heard before the court. We're told back on November 17th, police were dispatched to the 400 block of West Russell Street in Barrington after receiving a report of a person shot at that location. When they arrived, they found 42-year-old Dushan with a gunshot wound to the stomach. Her former partner, 46-year-old William Zintek, is facing first-degree murder in the case. The pair share a 3-year-old daughter together, identified in court today under the initials IZ. We're told the victim has had an order of protection against Zintek since 2021. Their relationship allegedly ending over the victim's objections to Zintek buying and storing guns in their home. That order of protection revoked the defendant's FOID card, thereby requiring him to surrender his weapons. And around the same time, we're told, he reported the murder weapon stolen. This morning in court, we heard more about what allegedly happened in the moments prior to Dushan's death. The prosecution alleges she was lured to Zintek's home that evening and a conversation ensued in the presence of their daughter before Dushan was struck in the back of the head with a baseball bat. Upon hearing that detail, there were gasps and an outburst from the victim's loved ones, one of whom left the room. Attorneys say Dushan was then struck a second time in the head with the bat, which resulted in a skull fracture, the fatal gunshot then allegedly fired by Zintek. We heard the defendant then called 911 approximately 8 minutes after Dushan's Apple Watch detected her heart had stopped beating. When officers arrived, it's understood the victim's body had been covered with a child's blanket. The defendant's attorneys claim he acted in self-defense, saying Dushan pulled the weapon on him and that the child in the room allegedly told the Child Advocacy Centre that, quote, "Mommy had a gun and pointed it at Dad," end quote. There were also allegations made by the defence that Zintek wanted that little girl removed from her mother's custody, citing concerns about molestation.
From the onset, he has talked to the police and he told them exactly what occurred, and that he ended up making allegations of molestation while the child was in the custody of the deceased, that someone that is close to the deceased was the target of those allegations, and he reported that to the police the day before. He ended up filling out a police report. They did end up taking a report on those matters. He had intended to file an emergency motion in order to not allow visitation and not allow return of the child to the mother for those reasons.
Now, we did chat this morning off camera with some of the people who loved Dushan. They say she was a respected endocrinologist. She was a wonderful person who loved her daughter dearly, and any allegations against her are complete fabrication. It's not clear at the moment who has custody of the child. She is not allowed to have any contact with her father. He was detained today. He remains in the custody of Cook County for the foreseeable future and is due back in court December 13th. We're live in Rolling Meadows. Brona Tumulty, WGN News.
All right, thank you, Brona.